6 million Jews murdered, not by one man with a gun, but by one man with a desk, a calendar, a telephone, and endless meetings. His name was Heinrich Himmler, and he ran the Holocaust like a corporation. Every morning he woke up. Every morning he went to work. Every morning he organized mass murder, then went home to his family. What did he actually do all day? How do you schedule genocide? The answer will change how you think about evil forever. Let me paint the picture. It is 1942. Nazi Germany controls most of Europe. The Holocaust is at its peak. Thousands of people are being murdered every single day. And one man oversees all of it. Heinrich Himmler. He commands the SS, nearly 1 million men. He controls all police forces in Germany and occupied territories. He runs every concentration camp. He directs the Gestapo. He answers only to Hitler. All of this power flows through one daily schedule. Himmler woke around 7 every morning. Unlike Hitler, who slept until noon, Himmler believed in discipline. He started each day with exercise, push-ups, stretches, light gymnastics. He was not athletic. He was thin and pale with round glasses. He looked like a school teacher, not a warrior. But he believed in the SS ideal of physical fitness. So he exercised. After that came breakfast. Simple food, bread, fruit, herbal tea, never coffee. Himmler was obsessed with natural health. He believed in homeopathy. He distrusted modern medicine. Think about that. He worried about his own health, while signing orders that killed thousands daily. By 8 in the morning, he was at his desk. Himmler's office was wherever he happened to be. Berlin. His special train that crossed Europe. His forest headquarters in East Prussia. But the paperwork always followed. His desk was covered with files, reports from concentration camps, updates from the Eastern Front, personnel decisions, budget requests, intelligence summaries. The first hours were for reading. He went through documents carefully. He made notes. He initialed papers to show he had reviewed them. His secretary brought the urgent items first. Messages from Hitler, reports from senior commanders, matters requiring immediate decisions. Himmler read everything. He wanted details. He wanted numbers. He wanted to know exactly what was happening across his empire. By 9:30, the meetings began. Himmler spent most of his day in meetings. He met with his senior commanders, Reinhard Heydrich, who ran security until his assassination, Oswald Pohl, who administered the camps, Ernst Kaltenbrunner, who replaced Heydrich. These meetings covered everything: military operations, police actions, camp construction, prisoner numbers, labor productivity, medical experiments. Yes, medical experiments. The horrific experiments on prisoners required Himmler's authorization. He received reports on results. He discussed them like normal business. The meeting minutes survive in archives today. They read like corporate documents. Item 3. Increase capacity at Auschwitz. Item 7. Labor productivity report from Mauthausen. Item 12. Update on special treatment of Eastern populations. Special treatment. The code word for murder. Listed between budget items and personnel matters. Around noon, Himmler stopped for lunch. He ate lightly. Vegetables, sometimes fish, no meat when possible. Mineral water or herbal tea. Never alcohol during the day. Lunch was often a working meal. He ate with subordinates, continuing morning discussions. Or he hosted visiting officials, building relationships. Himmler was skilled at politics. He knew how to flatter those above him. He knew how to intimidate those below. He constantly expanded his power by absorbing other agencies into the SS. Much of this empire building happened over lunch, a casual conversation, a suggestion, and suddenly Himmler controlled another piece of the Nazi state. Afternoons brought more meetings, more decisions. Himmler received visitors constantly. Industrialists wanting concentration camp labor, scientists proposing projects, foreign officials, German bureaucrats from other ministries. Each visitor wanted something: permission, resources, cooperation. Himmler listened politely. He was charming in meetings. He spoke softly, he smiled. He made people feel important. Then he decided, yes or no, approved or rejected. Many of these decisions were life and death. A request for workers meant prisoners transferred between camps. A new facility meant another killing center. A report on a population led to deportation and murder. Himmler made these choices without emotion. He simply decided, and thousands died. One regular afternoon task was reviewing Einsatzgruppen reports. These were mobile killing squads. They followed the German army into the Soviet Union. They murdered Jews and others behind the front lines. They sent regular reports to Berlin. Location, date, number killed, method used. Himmler read these reports. He tracked the numbers. He monitored progress like a manager reviewing sales figures. In August 1941, he visited an execution in Minsk. He wanted to see the process himself. Witnesses said he nearly fainted. Brain matter splashed on his coat. He turned pale. He looked away. But he did not stop the killing. Instead, he ordered more humane methods. For the killers, not the victims. This led to gas vans, then gas chambers. He could not watch murder up close, but he could organize it from his desk without difficulty. Late afternoon meant phone calls. Himmler spent hours on the telephone. He called camp commandants. He called SS commanders at the front. He called Berlin to coordinate with other offices. The phone let him micromanage everything. He could reach anyone, anywhere, anytime. His subordinates dreaded his calls. He asked detailed questions. He demanded specific answers. He remembered everything. One commandant recalled, "When Himmler called, you had to know every number. How many prisoners arrived? How many died? How many could work? How many were processed? Processed." Another code word for murder, discussed over the telephone like inventory management. In the evening, Himmler dictated letters. He wrote constantly. Instructions to subordinates, reports to Hitler, coordination with other leaders, personal letters to family. His secretaries typed as he spoke. He paced the room, speaking in his soft, precise voice. He chose words carefully. Always formal. Always correct. Some letters discussed the Holocaust directly. Others used euphemisms. All contributed to the machinery of death. Then came signatures, personnel orders, promotions, execution authorizations, camp expansions. His signature appears on thousands of documents. Each one represents a decision. Many meant death for innocent people. Himmler had strange hobbies. He was obsessed with Germanic mythology. He believed ancient Germans had mystical powers. He sponsored archaeological expeditions searching for proof of Aryan greatness. He founded the Ahnenerbe, the Ancestral Heritage Society. It researched everything from runes to the Holy Grail. Himmler genuinely believed this nonsense. He was fascinated by the occult. He consulted astrologers. He believed in telepathy. He thought certain places had magical power. He transformed a castle called Wewelsburg into an SS spiritual center. He spent enormous resources on ritual chambers and symbols. A Nazi Vatican for his black uniformed order. The same man who organized genocide with spreadsheets, believed in magic and ancient prophecies. Himmler had a family, a wife named Margarete, a daughter named Gudrun, whom he adored. He tried to be a good father. He wrote letters to his daughter. He brought her gifts. He worried about her education. Gudrun loved him completely. She called him good daddy. She had no idea what he did at work. He also had a mistress, a secretary named Hedwig, 2 children with her, a secret second family. So the man who destroyed millions of families went home and played loving father to his own. Himmler worked until midnight, sometimes later. Final paperwork, last phone calls, reports that arrived during the day. He was thorough. He hated unfinished tasks. He prided himself on efficiency. Before bed, maybe more exercise, relaxation techniques. He suffered from stomach cramps and headaches, possibly his body rebelling against his mind. Then sleep, and wake up the next morning to do it all again. Meeting after meeting, document after document, signature after signature, day after day after day, until 6 million Jews were dead. What does Himmler's routine teach us? That evil can be boring. It does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it is a man at a desk, signing papers, attending meetings. That bureaucracy can be weaponized. Schedules and agendas and organizational charts can administer genocide. That ordinary skills serve monstrous purposes. Himmler was organized, detail-oriented, a good administrator, qualities we admire. But in his hands, they became tools of murder. That the greatest criminals live mundane lives. Himmler worried about health, loved his daughter, had hobbies. He was ordinary in many ways. That is what makes him terrifying. Not a monster from nightmares. A bureaucrat with a briefcase. Who killed more people than almost anyone in history. Himmler's routine continued until the end. Even as Germany collapsed, he kept working. Meetings, documents, trying to manage his crumbling empire. When defeat was certain, he tried negotiating with the Allies. He imagined they would accept him as a partner. Delusional. On May 23, 1945, British forces captured him. He was disguised as a common soldier. During interrogation, he bit a cyanide capsule hidden in his mouth. Dead within minutes. He never faced trial. He never answered for millions murdered. But history remembers. One meeting at a time. One memo at a time. One signature at a time. That was Heinrich Himmler, the bureaucrat of death, the man who murdered millions and never missed a meeting. The next time you sit in a boring meeting, the next time you sign a routine document, remember, the same activities can serve good or evil. Ordinary work can have extraordinary consequences. And genocide had a daily schedule.